Yo guys, what is good? Welcome back on the Uncle Sharma channels. Thank you for everyone that's joining me right now. Sorry about the technical difficulties I was having. Had to make another stream, and yeah, we made it work. We made it work in the end. Doesn't matter. Technical difficulties like maybe Inter was having on the pitch today against Torino, and I've got my man Mo to join me today to discuss this match. He just discussed it on Inter Worldwide, of course. So he's come here to do the kind of maybe like a deeper dive with me here. What's up, Mo? Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me, man. It's a Merry Christmas, everybody. It's a Christmas gift, as you said in this video. It's a Christmas gift. Dunzel is our gift for the. It's their gift to us, Inter fans, right? This
Yeah,
guy is moving from 3 to 4 to be like 8. Here you go. Here you go.
yeah. Denzel's turning into Santa Claus. And someone called it on my channel. Let me see if he's in the comments. Yeah, here he is, Badr. He called it Denzel December, and that's what I'm calling the video as well. Hashtag Denzel December. Oh, we've got some more gifts in the house. We've got Anthony in the house, but he looks like he's getting his headphones 1 minute. There he is. Antonio, how are you, my brother?
Bro, you three people that deserve happiness. I'm so glad to see you both smiling, man. It was not smash and grab. It was what you call a really nice 1-0 and +7, man. That's all I could say. Man, I haven't even got the Milan game running in the background. That's how relaxed and cozy I am. What's going on? I haven't checked the score. Is there anything going on between Milan and Napoli?
Let me check quickly now that you've mentioned it. I was
That's all
busy.
right.
I was busy, fixing my technical issues. It's still 0-0, so yeah,
Still
nothing to
0-0
worry
all
about that.
around. Nah, bro,
Boy, if Pina Power scores against Milan today, I will start rating him. I'll forget all of my agendas against Pinamonti and I'll start rating Pina Power for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, all is good, man. I'm not going to stay long. Thanks for inviting me on. I just think it's very important to acknowledge the continuity. And like I said to Mo on our channel, when there was 1 minute left and Handanovic had the ball in his hands and you knew the Tre Punti was secured, you could see the Damians, the Perisic's, the Dumfries, everybody on the bench stood up smiling as if to say, we haven't won anything, but look at it firmly placed in the cup of our hands. We can
But
only drop it from here.
how much of a little heart attack did Handanovic give you when he didn't come out like initially for that ball?
Slightly, but then as I saw it freeze in midair, I'm like, it's all good, man. He'll catch it like he's firstborn.
Did you see the players' reaction though on the bench as well? They were all like, "Yo, what's this guy doing? Why is he not coming out for this?"
Yeah, yeah.
Milan just scored, guys. Milan just scored.
Milan just scored. It's all good. We're taking care of our own business. And who scored, Mo?
Frank Kessie,
Oh, of course.
the guy who was slandered all match last against Napoli, scoring, of course.
Yeah, and he scored last game too. So, but I know it got chopped off, but he
Yeah.
he did what he can do. He scored. But Anthony is here, so we're just gonna. I'm gonna let you ask Anthony whatever you want before he. I know that Anthony is like on like a clock with the dog. Then you.
Yeah,
Man, Zio, if you saw how big my dog is, man, like it's incredible. He is huge, but he's
yeah. I
so
saw
well
the
behaved.
picture, bro. He's about as big as you.
Bro, he is huge, man. But no, he's fiending for a walk. So whatever you want to talk about, I'm here for a good 5, 6, 7 minutes, man. I'm so happy with everybody, Zio. Like we can't dismantle this team in January. Let's just move forward.
No, of course. Before I get to you, Anthony, let me give a shout out to everyone because everyone was in the previous stream, and then I had to, change up on them and get to them on this stream. So Mustafa here, Denzel performing like the great actor he is, yeah, like Denzel Washington. He is becoming the star player. He's becoming, Oscar worthy. What's up, Costas? I always see you on Anthony's stream as well. What's that thing you're saying to him in Greek?
Elare.
Elare. Team showed strong defensive solidity. Props to Torino's approach. They pressed high. Yeah, I mean, like this is the Torino. They're no slouches. That's why they're the third best defense in the league or fourth best defense in the league. This is a hard team to score against, and they made us work for it today. And they had as many shots on goal as we had today, I believe, by the stats. If I double check, yeah, they had as many shots on target as we had today. So they really made us work for it today. As it definitely wasn't like Cagliari or Salernitana or even Venezia. They made us really work hard for this win. Tommy in the house, of course, says Torino ain't no slouches. Who did you give your man of the match to whilst I go through all the comments, Anthony?
It was a tough one for me to give man of the match because I think that a lot of players played really, really well. It's just I'm trying to think about who didn't do anything wrong, who had an almost perfect performance. And once again, I'm just going to go straight for Skriniar. Like I have absolutely no doubt that this guy's putting in 8 out of 10s bare minimum every single week, and it's just starting to become clockwork to the point where if he was to make a mistake, it would be so out of character. The unnatural inter-slander would start to happen, but. For me today, fantastic. Like Mo said in Inter Worldwide, Bastoni today up top, being able to switch from defense to attack, he was incredible, man. His sheer body size and stature allows him to bombard through defenders off the ball, on the ball. Bastoni for me was really good. I'm not too sure about Hamza saying Dzeko was man of the match. I thought his hold-up play and his ability to connect attack to midfield was very good. But once again, final decision-making, like I feel like Dzeko's at that point in his career where he just can't put his full body behind the pass. The same way Vidal was struggling to do that today. But if we're going to really come down to man of the match besides Skriniar, I know he didn't have a full game, but my man, Denzel, it's 1-0 and he's the only man on the score sheet. Give him the man of the match.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Denzel, but let me hear what Mo's thoughts are. Mo usually goes for a left field man of the match. Who are you going for, Mo?
No, to be honest, there is no denying that Denzel has to, like when you come up with a defender scoring your 1-0 win game, there has to be that defender who gets the man of the match. Like theoretically, if a defender scores your only goal and you come up with a clean sheet, even though it's the right wing back, he has to win it. Denzel, to be honest, it's just Skriniar actually today took the second lowest rating after Lautaro, I think, to be honest, on every platform, footnote, everywhere. You can check it, to be honest. I think he got dribbled many times on the left, but there was a lot of coverage and he created 2-3 fouls. And this is why. I know you see that because I checked some of the websites.
Yeah, I'm looking at them now. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. He was. I know the other guy that I think did really well today, better than expected, is De Vrij, guys, to be honest.
Yeah.
Actually, De Vrij, I did not expect him to play that good because he's kind of after Ranocchia coming in and Bastoni playing the middle and all this stuff. I think De Vrij coming in again and giving us this assurance was really a good sign. But there was no standout player, if we want to say that today. It was a collective, as Anthony said it before. It's a team win. It's a champs win because it's not easy to play against Torino, against Zurich, who actually knew exactly how to hit us, how to spread the field from side to side.
Goal, Empoli! Sorry.
Come on.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Someone said Bayrami scored. Hey, my Albanian bowler. Nice, I like it.
I'm going to put the game on. Well, I have like screens here and I have some of the games, but I thought this would be an easy win to Milan, but hey, Empoli is not easy.
There he is. What's his name? Vincenzo,
Vince, it is. Welcome to your debut on the Uncle Sharma channel, Vincenzo.
Grande Vince. Who's your man of the match, Vince?
He's walking away. He's like, too much Inter optimism for me as a new fan.
Yeah, shout out to Eduardo. He got it right in my match preview. He said 1-0 to Inter, and I think I went for 2-0. So it was just it was going to be one of those matches. I think, yeah, as Mo said, like Juric, the way he makes his team play, and we had to go long today. There was no playing out from the back today. Straight up to Dzeko, long ball. It reminded me of some Conte ball today, like big ball to Lukaku type vibes. And yeah, Dzeko, I think, yeah, he had a mixed game today, Dzeko, but yeah, he had to be that guy today, the target man, fight in the air, win the aerial battles, and I think he did his job. But as you said, yeah, maybe some of the passing today wasn't great. And my man of the match, I would give it to. I mean, I know I can be biased, but I like Arturo today. I liked Vidal as well today. He definitely gassed out after like 65 minutes, but I think he won the most tackles today. I liked what Arturo did, but I think, yeah, we'll give it to Denzel today, man. We'll give it to Denzel. He's on the roll. We've got a few Denzel fanboys in here as well, so we'll give it to Denzel. What did you guys make of Lautaro, actually?
Can I just say, what is it? Juan Lopimos. How you doing, my friend? Stefano Sensi is the smallest player on the pitch. You could not have a more perfect player to flop around in the last 4 minutes and steal time. This guy was hell-bent on staying on 2 legs. Like, he was getting knocked and nudged. I'm like, just fall. There's 2 minutes left. He didn't want to do it. I thought it was hilarious because 10 seconds later, Dzeko got the ball, did his nice little fell on the floor, and he got up laughing. He got up laughing about it. I'm like, that's the difference right there between someone who plays week in and week out and has goals and someone who doesn't play and has got no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he has some nice touches, but then they also has some one touch where he just ruined the counter attack as well. And yeah, he could have won a few more fouls. But it's just he needs. This guy has not played football properly for like almost 2 years now. Like, this guy really needs like playing time. Like, he needs minutes on the pitch. Like, it's really, really bad. Like, you can consider this guy as being practically injured for 2 years almost. So he's completely match unfit.
I was going to ask, just before I go, I really want to hear Mo's opinion and yours. How did you like us getting these 3 points without Barella? Was it very important to just make sure we get over the line without Nico on the pitch, knowing that he'll be back on 0 yellow cards for Bologna, Mo?
I'm going to say that I don't think Barella would have been the guy who made the difference today. I thought someone like Correa would have made a big difference on the counter with that press, to be honest. I thought we could have used someone like Correa today. On the counter, to go back to Zeo, which is connected to your question, Lautaro Martinez today, I don't think he played good at all. He lost the ball too many times, to be honest. For a forward who's supposed to be the stocky guy who holds the ball, he lost it too many times, to my liking, to be honest.
Yeah, he's got the lowest rating on all the on who scored and surface score.
Yes, that's my thing, is that I know that he scores goals, but also against a team like this, we needed someone to help Dzeko hold up the ball, because they look for Lautaro, the likes of Brozovic, Hakan, they look for Lautaro to give him the ball. But I like the win, and I like that Lautaro is scoring goals. I hoped he would have scored today, to be honest, to keep the streak going, but he didn't score. Fine. Accepted.
He almost did when he went around the keeper.
Yes,
so
which
close.
was a bad finish, by the way, which is, again, it's a bad finish from a striker that's supposed to be 60 to 80 million. It's a bad finish, to be honest.
Straight into the floor, yeah.
Yes. To be honest, I thought Alexis today, when he came on, he was impressive. Like, impressive in terms of holding up the ball and passing the ball around. So this is what I thought about Lautaro, and I just like the win, that it's a 1-0 grinding win, as some people said before, that it's not going to be as easy as we think it is, because we have been spoiled lately, to be honest.
Yeah, but yeah, thank you very much for joining us, Anthony, man. I know you have to go and take care of maybe Big Vince. He needs feeding, I guess.
Yeah, he's all right. He's well behaved. I just want to make sure he gets as much exercise as possible. So, Merry Christmas to you, Zeel. Thank you so much for what you do on your channel and for the English-speaking inter community. We all really appreciate it. And, bless you and bless Mo. Merry Christmas to my brothers.
Thank you, Anthony. We'll link up over the break.
Absolutely, we'll link up over the break. Merry Christmas to everybody. Ciao, Forza Inter.
Ciao. There was one comment that I liked here, Mo, which I now is hard to find on the phone. Do you think that Denzel perhaps could win Player of the Month for December? What do you think? It was Hakan last month.
He scored that for Serie A. I don't think so.
Oh no, not for Serie A, for Inter.
For Inter, yes, because Hakan won the Serie A Player of the Month. I think Denzel, there's nobody better than him now in the squad. I thought Lautaro scored 3 or 4 goals, right, like this month. But I think Denzel maybe, because this is what I call a player that grabbed the chance. When Darmian got injured, this is a player that is like, you know what, this guy's injured. I'm going to step in and actually do a job that nobody thought that I can do, because they thought I'm just a sub. And he impressed me, to be honest. He impressed me. The way he played and the way he adapted to Serie A is impressive in the last month.
Exactly, yeah, and I think he will. And what did you make of Ola Aina? He was a player that a few years ago I was keeping my eye on, but I think since then he's not really established himself. I mean, he looked decent out there. So I think Tommy's asking because he is, Nigerian, and he's obviously a Nigeria fan as well. So he's looking out for his boys. What do you make of Ola Aina?
He's a good mid-table player, right? Like
Mhm.
he's not gonna be a top. He didn't get a position and made him his. I think he played in the midfield for a bit when
Yeah.
you remember what is his name? Why did I forget him?
For who?
Ansaldi used to play
Oh,
left.
yeah.
When Ansaldi used to play left, Aina was moved to the midfield, and then Ansaldi, I think his form fell off, and then he came. He was good today. He created a lot of problems on the left, on our right side, their left side. He was good, but Skriniar is there, Dumfries is there. But if you come in on a Skriniar side and you get
Mhm.
Skriniar to be the second lowest rating on the game, you did something right. You did something right because this is the strongest defender. Don't tell me Tomori or anything. This is the strongest defender in the league. And you made him not looking great as he is. You did something right during the game.
Yeah. No, yeah, as I said, he was an interesting player to me a few years ago when we were still, it was between, we were looking for a left wing back when Conte first came in. And then we went for Biragi. So even back then, I kept an eye on him, but I don't think he's really progressed since then. Singo is one I'm more interested in on the other side, but we've got Denzel now. And yeah, Hakan now is suspended for the next match. He got his fifth yellow card today. So Barella's rest. So I guess this is a way of resting the players, right? Mo Barella rested today in inverted quotes, and then Hakan has to rest the next match against Lazio, which is a shame. But again, we've got enough depth. There's no excuses not to go to Lazio and win, and we need revenge on those guys, right?
It's expected because you can't go a full season and you play three in the midfield and not all of them get suspended at least once. Like it's not gonna happen. You
Yeah,
see
yeah,
my point? Like they will get at least 5 to 6 yellow cards across 38 games
yeah,
if they
yeah,
play
yeah.
34. So it's good that it came against Torino. It's good that it's game against Bologna. It's not against Lazio or Napoli. And I'm not sure how many yellow cards Brozovic is on. To be honest, I don't know. But
I'll check.
I would not like Brozovic to get a yellow card against Lazio, Napoli, Milan, Juventus. Now, like I don't like that. Atalanta. I want Brozovic to play these games. It
He's
is
on
something.
3.
So yes, it's. I think I'm looking at our schedule for
Yeah, our
after the
schedule
break.
is pretty difficult after the break.
It is. I have the Empoli.
So it's Bologna. Sorry, no, he misses the Bologna game, not Lazio game. So Hakan misses
Yes.
the Bologna game.
Yeah, I know.
And then,
I go ahead.
that's when the hard part begins of our season. That's like Lazio, then Super Cup against Juventus, then Atalanta 4 days after that, and then the Coppa Italia against Empoli, then Venezia. So you could say there's a little bit of a, in between. But then we've got the Milan derby, 6th of February, then Napoli, and then Liverpool, and then we can start to breathe a little bit after that.
Brozovic is gonna get suspended against Empoli. He's gonna make sure of that, or against Venezia. I promise you this.
Yeah, Empoli is in the Coppa Italia, so yeah,
Empoli is Coppa Italia, so he's gonna. Do you get suspended in a Coppa Italia with the 5?
I'm not
No.
sure. I can't remember.
So he's gonna get suspended in the Venezia game. They have to play it this way. Brozovic has to get yellow cards against Bologna and Atalanta or something like this. Oh my God, we play Lazio, Juventus, Atalanta.
Yeah, it's a difficult
this
one.
is ridiculous, right? Like,
Yeah.
and then Milan, Napoli, Liverpool. Oh my God,
It's hard. It's going to be. That's definitely season defining there. Because after that, I mean, the schedule is awful. Because I'm talking about in general for Serie A. Like you've got all those big matches packed in January, February, and then afterwards is like the only big game Inter have left afterwards is Juventus
and Roma. If we consider Roma a big game.
Yeah, still consider Roma a big game. But I hope by 24th of April that is pretty much wrapped up. I think by then, if things are looking as they are right now.
End of February, we'll know where we're gonna be. End of February, I guess.
Oh yeah, I think that's pretty much going to decide the whole of the Serie A title race. The end of February, where if Inter are still ahead, I think at that point, then I think we're gonna run away with it.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I want to go back to the game and I want to ask you something that I asked Anthony in Inter Worldwide. 19 games played. Now we can have an actual comparison of Inter, and I think now we are I think 1 point ahead of where we were last season, or something like this, or 3 points ahead.
I think 3.
How do you compare this Inter to Conte's Inter? Now we have played half a season.
Yeah, of course. I mean, me and you, we made that video, didn't we, comparing Conte and Inzaghi's Inter. But let me just quickly get the stats up to say, yeah. So the difference right now, we're on plus 3 points. Conceded. Oh wait, this probably hasn't updated yet, actually. But yeah, before today, anyway, we had 3 goals more scored than Conte's Inter and conceded 7 less. But yeah, in general, I think what everyone's been saying, bro, like the football that we play. I mean, today's was more of a Conte Inter performance, as a few people have been saying in the comments. But in general, the football that we play, the rotation in the midfield between the midfielders, the freedom that all the players in the interviews, they're all talking about how Inzaghi's giving us a little bit more freedom and all this kind of stuff. But also at the same time, when's the last time you remember Handanovic having to make a serious save, like in matches? Like, this defense has been rock solid, and the stats prove it as well. 7 goals less conceded than last year, so better, I think, creating chances, but also better defensively. But obviously we don't defend as deep at times, so we'll see against the bigger teams how we do. But I like to watch this Inter more.
This Inter is more assuring, you know what I mean? More assuring, especially against small teams. It's
Exactly.
way more assuring, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we still have to build that trust with Inzaghi as much as we trusted Antonio Conte, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I said that it's gonna take time for Inzaghi to actually get his Inzaghi ball going, but it looks like you can't deny the fact that 7 games, 7 wins, 7 clean sheets. You can't just deny that. You can't just turn a blind eye and say, I don't see that. No, I see it. I see that we're scoring more, we're conceding less, we are more attacking, we defend higher on the field. We don't press, but we defend higher on the field. We concede less chances. But I say that someone like Bastoni today, there is that ball that he got into the goal 1-on-1 shows that under pressure, Inzaghi has solutions. Inzaghi is not just sitting on the bench not thinking. No, he has a solution when we don't have the ball, and he has a solution when we have the ball, which is, I don't think Conte had this. Conte used to struggle when we would be some parts of the game where he comes to the game and then he has one thing planned and then it doesn't work. It's like, okay, that's what we do now. And I actually said that Allegri is one of the people that used to have a plan. I feel like Inzaghi has a plan. He's always have something in his back pocket. I'm like, you know what? You press us, I'm going to push one of the center backs to be next to the forward, one of the big center backs. Try to compete with Dzeko and Bastoni in the air for a long ball and show me how you can do it. They couldn't. This is why Bastoni was 1-on-1. He dropped Lautaro back and pushed the bigger guy to be next to Dzeko. And this is something that you don't see this from Conte. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't see this innovation stuff, which is what he did with Acerbi. And this is Inzaghi did this with Acerbi last season and the season before. This is why I think Inzaghi took this team from Conte. It's already an established project, and he put his touch on it. And what we see on the field, as me and you said, Hakan is very, very close to the forwards. Bastoni sometimes is the highest guy on the field. Perisic coming inside the field instead of being outside. Today, where did DENZEL score from? Inside the 18, next to Brozovic. This is where Barella should be, but Barella was not there. So DENZEL was there. This is the innovation that we saw tactically from someone like Inzaghi that made me think, as you said, this team is more open and is more innovative.
Yeah, you're spot on. There's always something different from Inzaghi. Each match we're seeing something a little bit, some tweak. And I think, as you mentioned there, DENZEL, I think this is how we should have been using him from the beginning. We saw this is how the Netherlands were using him at the Euros, like almost as a auxiliary striker. Like, you use him He's so good in the air and he's got good finishing as well. So you just get him into the box. Like this guy was the highest player a lot of times. Even there was a couple of times he was offside. He was where Dzeko was in the right wing back and he was like up front a couple of times. Like I think that's the best way to use Dumfries. I think you can't use Dumfries in the build up. He just doesn't have the, unless he links up, with Sanchez when he does those 1-2s. He doesn't have the link up ability really. Denzel, I think, from coming from deep, you have to use him whether he's already in the box or like on the run, like how we used to use Hakimi. And I'm really, for the Liverpool match, even if Darmian comes back, I'm kind of leaning towards starting Dumfries in that match to give us that counter-attacking ability.
I don't know what is going to happen in the Liverpool game. We're going to have, I do the Premier League work and I do all the stuff, and we're going to talk about Liverpool later, right?
Yeah.
But we are miles behind Liverpool, not because we have inferior players, Anthony Sharma, because I'm sorry, I've been for an hour now on camera. But let me just tell you something. I told Anthony this. We have one player on the team that played round of 60 knockout phases in the Champions League. Two players, one from the starting 11. It's only Dzeko. Vidal is a bench player. He's the one. But the likes of Skriniar, Bastoni, these guys are stars. Yes, Barella, but they haven't played Champions League. Yeah, Perisic as well. Yes, Perisic. Yeah, I forgot about Perisic because he's been with us for a long time. But we don't have the likes of Salah, Henderson. These guys won already the Champions League. It's not that they played round of 16. So it's a project that has been going for Liverpool for 6-7 years now with Jurgen Klopp, with the same people, right? So we're not comparing us to Liverpool. Inzaghi has to organize the game really well and actually have the players mentally prepared for that game. But you only can beat what's in front of you, Zio, right? You only can beat the Torinos, the Empolis, the Fiorentinas. This is what we play now. Comes Liverpool, we'll talk about it later, because at that point, who knows what's going to happen? Are we going to have a weapon like Skamaka in? Do we know that? We don't know that, right? We don't know who's going to be the striker. We don't know if we're going to bring in a midfielder on loan or something to help. Barella's not going to play a Liverpool game. So let's just focus. This January, February period is very, very tough, as you said. And the league, I would be happy with around the 16 losing to Liverpool, but winning the league. To be honest, I'll be over the moon.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I want. I don't mind. I don't care now what happens in the Champions League.
I'm freaking playing Liverpool. This is one of the best three teams in the world. It's not. We're not talking Serie A. We're not talking Premier League. This is Mo Salah. This is the best player in form in the world at the moment. You're playing that player, so.
Exactly. There's a few questions that keep popping up regarding, because we've been linked with him, and I think this is more relating to if De Vrij leaves or if any one of our defenders leaves. But Gelson Bremer, the centre back for Torino, what did you make of him? He's a very interesting player.
He's very interesting player, and he played in the 3 in the back, 4 in the back, because I think Juric sometimes play 4 in back. He's not De Vrij. He's not De Vrij, but also
he's physical though.
He is, but is he good on the ball? He's good on the ball. He's not bad. I watched him a couple of times. He's very good on the ball, because Juric demands his center backs to be able to play the ball from the back, which is something maybe why Inter is actually linked to someone like De Vrij. But I know that we are in a financial crisis, Zio. I know that Inter is there, but we already sold Lukaku and Hakimi for 200 million, right? We're already in the round of 16 of Champions League. That means we'll make money. And if we're close to Scudetto, we'll make more money, right? I know COVID is about to hit really bad. We might be in another financial situation, but I want to get champions. You know what I mean? I want to get champions. I want to get players. I want Inter back to get back to Walter Samuel, Lucio. Like Lucio, I want to get back to this period when we go sign a defender from Bayern Munich. You know what I mean? We go to sign defender from Real Madrid. I want to get back to this. Like Juventus. Juventus took the best player in Ajax by far, De Ligt. and he chose Juventus. You know that Barcelona wanted him, Real Madrid wanted him, and he chose. I want players to choose us. I know that we used to sign players from Torino, Lazio, Atalanta. I want to sign players from the winner of the.
We just did it last year, bro. It's not like we did it ages ago. We chose Hakimi. Hakimi chose us. He had Bayern Munich. He had teams looking at him. We paid Lukaku.
I want to continue on that, but we sold them, right, to solve the financial. I want to continue with this. You know what I mean? I want to.
Yeah, we need new owners for that. We can't do that with these owners anymore. Unfortunately, it has to be soon. You have to go if you want that to continue.
The problem is the guy Zhang just came out and said we're together. I don't think he's looking to sell.
That's different. But if you want to be realistic now, I don't think we can go for those players anymore. Unfortunately. Spezia, according to Anthony, who said he was going to walk his dog, but he's apparently clearly watching football still. Juan Jesus own goal. Wow, doing us a favor.
Man, it's 2021, Zio, and I'm not sure how Juan Jesus is still in the top 16. It's beyond my imagination.
He went up. He went from Roma to Napoli. Like somehow he
go up. Yes, that's what I don't understand. Sometimes I'm like, Gagliardini is in Inter. He's a Scudetto winner, and he's on a bench player. Juan Jesus, I think he starts now because Koulibaly's injured, but Milan just scored again. It's Kessia again from between the 2-1 Milan.
Oh my God, this guy!
It's a mistake. It's a mistake from the goalkeeper. It between his hands and his legs. It's kind of.
Vicario.
Come on, this Empoli, you do better than this. I think it's the most impressive team in Serie A this year after coming from down. It's the Empoli is the most impressive team.
Oh, definitely, yeah, bro. Like they should not be in the top half of the table.
This is very easy. This is a mistake. There is no. Come on, it's an easy goal.
Apparently, Liverpool is losing 3-1 according to our brother Razor Orion.
Yeah, but they are playing not even the second team. Like they're the Minaminos and like people you don't know, like. But it's the EFL Cup. It's not even like.
It's the EFL. Oh, okay, yeah. That's like completely pointless.
They're playing Leicester, and it's a completely different thing.
Leicester.
Anyway, I wanted to ask you a question because I really value your opinion about Inter. Where do you think Inter should strengthen the squad apart from having another forward like everybody say?
Mm-hmm. I think it has to be. Again, it's just the thing is numerically we're fine. I just don't see. Obviously, qualitatively we can improve. There can be a better Vice Barella. There could be a better, Vice Brozovic for sure. Well, we don't have a Vice Brozovic really, but it's just I don't see who we could bring in January to do that. Like Nandes comes to mind, but at the same time, I know Nandes wouldn't be starting here; he would be a substitute. And now Dumfries as well, in terms of he could cover right wing back. Dumfries is settling in now, so honestly, I don't really see apart from the striker position. I don't really see unless we manage to sell Vecino somehow or someone leaves from midfield. I just don't see really the need for someone in January.
We just got 7 million off the books. The Ericsson money.
I mean, yeah, we weren't paying for his. He was already being covered by the insurance, but I don't see. Well, numerically, we've got a lot of players in midfield. I don't see anything happening, and I don't really see the need in January unless you can get someone that's an improvement. But who are you going to get in January that's an improvement? I just feel it's quite difficult. Let me just reply to Adamola. He says, why are you still blaming Suning? I'm not blaming Suning. This is the situation. Like they themselves put themselves in this situation. They overstretched themselves financially, not just the Inter in China, where they made lots of investments and the pandemic hit them really bad. So I'm not blaming Suning, but it's the truth. They're cutting costs now because they have to, and that's just it's not me blaming them. That's just the truth. So you probably misunderstood me there. But yeah, what about you, Mo? What do you think we need in January? Do you disagree with me? Everyone keeps talking about this Frattesi boy, and I watched him closely last few matches. Today he had a bit of a stinker against Bologna when they lost 2-0. Like, we need to be careful with these guys who have had like 3 or 4 good months in Serie A and start hyping, these young Italian talents. Like, I want to watch Frattesi over a longer period first.
I just want to say that the Italian league is there's a lot of players like Barellas and the Sensis in the league, but you'll have to wait and see. Like Barella was impressive for a whole 2 seasons, right?
Yeah,
With
exactly.
Cagliari
He was
until
captain of
Conte.
Cagliari.
And also we have to understand that the likes of Conte makes these players, he puts them on the ladder to go up, and then they are superstars. And then he leaves them and they are there already. Since is very unlucky. He was one of the, like, you can imagine that Barcelona wanted this guy right away. He's like, this is our guy. I want this guy.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine like Barcelona coming and like, this suits our style? And then
Yeah.
he got injured. Barella is reminds me, he's similar to we said it before, to Henderson, the way
Mhm.
the energy and also the touch, the assist, the crossing, and all the number 6 box to box. There is not a lot of players like this in Serie A that will come and start in this Inter team. Bar Quadrado, for example, Fabian Ruiz, Zelensky, these top players in Napoli and Juventus, nobody would come and start. They would come and just, as you said, they would be like, yes, he is a replacement in case you get injured. But then every team sees Inter and they ask for all this money, Zio. It's just kind of strange. Like, we want 30 million for
Yeah.
Hernandez. Like, no 30 million. Why 30 million for Hernandez? He's struggling to stay in the league. Why 30 million? Skamaka, he's worth 30 million. He scored 2 bangers. Yes. Talk Vlahovic. Yes, you can ask for a lot of money. He played 18 games, scored 15 goals. And 2 seasons in a row, he's going to get above 20. Yes. Talk about this. Talk about 60, 70, 80 millions. But don't tell me Skamaka 30 million. Frattesi is like, 25 million. Why? Because he had 3 good games, as you said. It's like, okay, he's overhyped player. You know what I mean? Like, this is what Juventus did with. I know that Bernardeschi, people think Bernardeschi is great, but this is what happened with Bernardeschi. He was superstar in Fiorentina. He came to Juventus. He can't settle after 4 seasons. Come on, just give me at this point. You guys need to understand that he's not gonna settle. He's gonna give you a game here and there.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think it's the same, call it like the Italian tax. Like, in England, you have the English tax. The Declan Rice is the 100 million player. It's just the extra fee on top you have to pay for his passport. The Nandes one I don't get at all because he's not even Italian. He's just, I don't know what Cagliari see in the Nandes to be a 30 million player. But it's so hard to improve the team in terms of, like someone said, we probably need some backup in terms of defenders as well, like centre backs. But who can you bring in January that's really an upgrade on D'Ambrosio, Ranocchia? These guys have been here for ages.
Yeah, you can't improve. For example, you can't improve Bastoni, and his substitution is going to be DeMarco. You can't improve. In Italy, you can't.
Yeah, exactly.
There's nobody. Like, if you talk about Napoli, the backup for Koulibaly and Rahmani is Juan Jesus. This is, you can't improve that. Like Kumbula can get a minute under Mourinho. This is, so there is no improvement unless you go and spend, like Liverpool, 50 million on a Konate player, 60 million on the best defender in Portugal, like Man City did 2 seasons ago for Diaz. Upamecano, you go like Bayern Munich. There is no improvement here. Like, with the money we have, as you said, there is no 20 million improvement over Skriniar, Bastoni, and De Vrij. There is none. You have to accept that you have D'Ambrosio, Ranocchia, Diamarco, Kolarov as your center backs, and that's it. This is what we have, and it's the best in Italy. To be honest, this is the best defensive line in Italy. You can't get better than this in Italy.
It does not get better. And then we're improving the back line already. Onana's coming in for next season. He's already going to be an improvement on Handanovic. So we're addressing the weaknesses already.
To be honest, I wanted to get Ter Stegen, to be honest.
Yeah, he looks like he could be on the way out of Barcelona now, right? But the problem with him, you'd have to pay for him. With Onana, he's coming for free.
Yes. Tell me about, for the second half of the season,
Yeah.
Do you expect Inter to do what Conte did? Everybody remembers Conte to be the guy who is defending, but actually, it's not true, as you said. We actually, as you said, we scored one more goal or three more goals than
Three.
Conte. Three. So Conte was as attacking as Inzaghi the first half of the season, but he was not as defensive. But the second half of the season, Conte said, you know what? I like the 1-0. I like the 2-1. I will win the league like this. People just forget. People have very short memory, and they can always remember even people like I'm not gonna call people's name, but people that who commented, Stuart Robson, he's a great commentator, Bonetti, these guys, they remember Inter with the last part of the season where we were like defending
Yeah.
1-0 against us. So you remember these
Yeah.
games, you remember these. But do you expect Inzaghi, the question here, to do the same and protect the lead and not being over aggressive or adventurous as Conte? Conte opted for, I'm gonna win 1-0. I like this. Do you think Inzaghi can do that and will do that, or he cannot do this or won't do this?
I think he can, but I think he won't, because I think what happened with Conte was, we had a bad first half of the season. I mean, people were calling for his head. I remember hashtag Conte out and all that kind of stuff was trending after we left the Champions League. I think he just realized that I need to go to my old ways. That was quite un-Conte like a lot of the things he was doing, like this super high defensive line and super high pressing 3-4-1-2. So I was surprised when Conte was doing that at the beginning of last season. But yeah, you're completely right. I'm quite annoyed by how the commentators speak on Inter as if we were some sort of super defensive team under Conte. There was 2 years of Conte. There wasn't just those last 6 months. There was 1.5 years of Conte trying to be, an attacking team, a solid but a very high chance creation team. And then obviously, yeah, those last 6 months he changed it up. But I don't like how overall is viewed to be a defensive team. But I think Inzaghi, he's already shown us that he just wants to continue being progressive with the ball and being attacking and making sure that this team is creating more chances than the other team. And he'll make the adjustments if needed, but I think it will continue being this free-flowing team in the second half of the season as well.
So he's an adaptable coach,
Yeah,
but he won't do it because his philosophy is different than Conte. He is an attacking coach that thinks that if I'm ahead, I'm better defender. Like attack is the best form of defense. Is that what you are telling us?
Yeah. I don't see him doing, how Conte used to go to 5-4-1 when we used to defend the lead and things like that.
No forwards. I remember a game with no forwards when we actually played. I think we played Barella, the highest guy on the field, and then it was Vidal, Gagliardini, Brozovic. Perisic played the forward, and he dropped it. Like it was crazy.
Exactly. So I don't see Inzaghi doing something like that for sure. So I that's what I think. What do you think?
I think Inzaghi is very, very adaptable coach, and I think he will do it if he needs to. But
So there's Rivorian says he can't handle any more 1-0s and 2-1s again.
oh yeah, that was really tough on us fans. But also, do you know how much? I know that this coming from an Inter fan is kind of. I think Conte is one of the best coaches. I don't want to say in the history, but in the history of Italian football.
Yeah,
It's
definitely modern Italian football for sure.
like there is nothing like I'm not that old, right? But I'm not young as well. I've seen Marcelo Leppi, I've seen Capello coach in Spain and in Italy. I have seen Arrigo Sacchi's coach. Conte is this caliber. Conte is the guy that will put 11 bricks on the field and he will make them do what he wants.
Mhm.
This is a sign of a great. It's the same as Guardiola. He would get any player to Guardiola, he will match the system. Get any player to Antonio Conte, he will make it work. He made Perisic a left wing back after saying, "No, this guy's not good enough. You know what? This is all." Soning said, "This is all you can get. We
Yeah.
have nobody else for you. This is it." Give me Ashley Young, a guy that played left wing all his life, made him a left wing back in a Scudetto winning team. So Inzaghi I think, is on the same track, Zio, as Antonio Conte. He was waiting to coach a big team.
Yeah, yeah,
Inzaghi is gonna be and if he wins the league this year, and let's hope that he wins the league this year with us, he will be he will go down as one of the most and the fastest improved coaches in the history of Italian coaching. Right? This guy is not old like Sari. He doesn't have a lot of experience. And he proved with Lazio that he can do wonders with a squad that basically he was playing with 9 players plus two, any two. Just put any two and we'll make it work.
yeah, yeah.
He had a squad of 13 decent players and just 8 nothing. And in Inter, everybody in the beginning, including myself, said, we're not going to get another Conte. No, this guy is, as of now, is as good as Conte, right? Napoli improved, but he's still top of the league. Milan improved, but he's still top of the league. Not only top of the league with defending, Zio, he's top of the league convincingly. You go to every game. I have this feeling today. I'm waking up today. I'm like, we're winning today. Yeah, 1-0, 2-0,
Yeah,
2-1.
literally, bro.
Doesn't matter. I'm winning today. It's like,
I'm so relaxed. Every match preview I do, I'm so relaxed these days. It's crazy comparing it to the last. I've been doing this for like 2 years now, and this is the most relaxed I am coming into match previews. Every match preview, I'm predicting, a clean sheet, 2-0, 3-0 every match preview, something like that.
this is the Barcelona feeling when they had Messi. I know that we're not there yet,
but we play the best football in Italy for sure. I watch a lot of Serie A, and
yeah.
I think we play the best football in Italy.
I think people say Napoli play better than us. What do you tell people if you say that? They say Napoli play better than us. More enjoyable football to watch than us.
I disagree, because I think a lot of Napoli's football is based on the individual moments of their wingers and like Osimhen, whereas with us you just plug and play anyone, you put in anyone and it seems like it works. It's a team. It's the team that makes the style rather than the individual players.
Let me just tell you something about the stats. Okay, shots on target, Inter are miles ahead everybody in the league. We're 6.7. The closest to us is Sassuolo, second, 5.2 per game. We're miles ahead. Okay,
Yeah.
miles ahead. Like I'm talking miles ahead. Napoli third with 5.1. We're 6.70. Okay, of course this stats is not. I'm just reading stats, right? Accurate passes per game, we are not far from Napoli. We are 30 passes below Napoli, right? Average position, we are not there yet. But we have created, and hear me about this, 45 big chances created. The closest to us is Roma, 37. That's how better we are than everybody else. And to be honest, it's actually shame that with that much goal differential between us and the second team, who is Milan or Napoli, it's only 4 points different. If you don't look at the points and you look at the goal differential and you bring anybody, they will say this team is 12 to 15 points ahead, right? We create a lot of chances. We actually are miles ahead of everybody. We're 2.6 goals per game versus Lazio 2.1. We're miles ahead than everybody else in the league. So if anybody comes and tell me somebody play better football than us, we play the most effective football in this league by far. Not even close.
And the scary part is we could be even more efficient. We know with the many chances we miss with Lautaro and Dzeko. Like imagine if we started being more efficient with our finishing as well, then they would be it would be ridiculous. Then you would just walk away with the league.
We missed 34 chances, big chances missed, versus Juve second 29, which is still 6 more than Juve. And these are chances, guys, apart from the 50 goals we scored. This is, I'm talking about, it could have been one of the most successful half seasons for Inter offensively if we were more clinical, to be honest. Like it could have been going down to the history as one of the things that will never happen again. We create tons and tons of chances today. And we're not talking about chances from outside the 18. We're talking about 1-on-1s. We're talking about 2-on-1s.
Exactly, bro. Like the potential in this team. There's still that extra bit that we can get. That's the scary and exciting part, or scary for the other teams, but the exciting part for us. That imagine if we get that. Just Lautaro starts to take a few more chances. Dzeko starts to be a bit more decisive as well at some moments, and it's this is really 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 exciting, man. To what this team could possibly do. And yeah, even in Europe, like when you look, and this was under Conte as well. Like even last year, we were like, just after Bayern Munich, Liverpool. I think we were the highest scorers in Europe in the top 5 leagues. Even I think this season as well. Like when you go in the what do you mean top 3?
We're third. Yes, I think we're
Oh,
third.
the third.
After,
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
third. After Bayern Munich, I think at Liverpool.
So objectively, we're one of the best attacking teams in Europe, but we still could improve on that. Like that's the amazing part. It's 1-0 at halftime for Napoli Spezia, and
it's Spezia winning.
Spezia winning.
To clear this up, guys. Spezia winning away.
Thiago Motta.
Yes. It's a big game for Spezia, by the way, because I think after the break, they play Genoa. No,
Ooh.
Cagliari. This is a direct opponent in the relegation battle. Okay. Questions? If anybody has questions, guys.
When we were talking about the keepers, Tommy said that there are a lot of goalkeepers that take Leno, Kepa, Romero. I don't know about Henderson, but Romero, I think he was a great signing by Venezia. I don't know why no other Serie A team went for him, because he has made a big difference for Venezia, and I think he was one of the best like backup goalkeepers like in world football when him and De Gea were at Man United. So I'm surprised that no one went for Romero, but definitely not Kepa for me or Henderson. Leno maybe I could take a chance on, but I'm happy with Onana to be honest.
Leno from Arsenal.
Yeah, I said. I mean, if we were really broke and we had like no other choice, but he's had a pretty big dip at Arsenal. But at the same time, at Arsenal, a lot of players over the years have performed lower than I think their actual level is.
But but to be honest, we can get players from the Premier League. Alexis is an example. They will need to pay their salaries. It's that they're overpaid in the Premier League. Yeah. They're way overpaid, and no one's going to walk out.
They either have to do that thing where they pay half the wages or something when we loan them. Like there's no way.
We can't compete with these salaries. They're crazy.
Yeah, and Zizou, Onana is very good on the ball. This guy, this is one thing that Handanovic isn't bad. Handanovic isn't bad on the ball, but Onana is one of the best on the ball.
He was essential to Ajax's team reaching the semifinal by. They play from the back with him. He is essential. This is why Ter Stegen was actually on my list. If Onana's not coming, was Ter Stegen, because he's great on the ball. He's similar to Neuer, to be honest. And but Onana is phenomenal on the ball. Yeah. He's gonna help us a lot.
They can do those ping, like Handanovic can float some balls, but Onana can like ping it to Dzeko on his head or on his chest, like from 50-60 yards. Like that adds a different level to your tactics. If you come and press us high, then you can just hit them with those types of balls.
I think Empoli are gonna grab something in this game. To be honest, second half, they're gonna grab something.
Go on. Oh yeah, this is last thing I want to ask you, Mo. I'm gonna make a video about the loanees that are out for Inter, like Agume, Esposito. But what's your opinion on Esposito? Recently, there's been some talk. I don't know if you followed what's going on. He had a good start, and he got injured. Then apparently he has some attitude issue where at one point he refused to come on for Basel, and then he got sent off in the last game as well. So it looks like what do you make of Esposito? Have you kept up with how he's doing?
I didn't keep up, but in the beginning of the season, until I think he got injured, and all I want to say is that if a kid is having an attitude like this, they will need to be disciplined, and discipline comes from the club. I see someone like Pinamonti. He was very patient with us, and he was always getting low and always trying to get minutes. Always
maybe too patient.
Maybe we were patient with him. We didn't want to sell him, but we still
Hey man, the
have
guy's got earning like 2 million thanks to Raiola. That's the problem. No one wants to take him on loan because they can't afford his wages in Italy.
yeah, it's shame. But I think Sposito is gonna be. I don't think he has what it takes to be a top forward in Serie A, to be honest. From watching him, he doesn't. He's not. Scamacca does. Vlahovic does. Pinamonti does. I think the Pinamonti, if he gets developed with someone like Conte or Mourinho or something like this, they can. Here you go, Empoli. I'm sorry, Zio. I'm sorry, Zio. Here you go. 2-1.
2-2, you mean?
No, he hit the post like he was
Oh,
inside the 18.
was it Pinamonti?
I think so.
As you
thought
were
it's goal.
talking.
I thought it was a goal. But it's
Oh,
not Pinamonti. I thought it's number 10. Oh, if you see this chance, it's crazy. He dribbled like the whole team.
oh, it's Bayrami then, number 10.
He dribbled the whole team and then he hit like it's the top corner and then it hit the post
Oh,
oh my god. Oh,
oh,
this
but
is nuts.
Empoli are looking dangerous then, yeah?
It's number 10. Oh my god, he dribbled the whole team and side footed to the top corner and it hit the post. Oh.
Oh, man.
But anyway, this is an interesting game. But anyway, we're always Zio, we always bought players, right? We always bought players. We did not develop players. The only player that I think can do a very good job is Agomi for us.
Yeah.
To be honest, flat out, is this guy. I saw this guy play for Inter, and he's really good. He plays for Spezia now, right?
Who?
He played for Spezia last year. Agomi. He's now in
No.
France.
He didn't get much. He didn't get much. Yeah, now he's in Brest in France.
In Brest in France, right?
Yeah.
But he's doing good. I thought he played for Spezia. Not bad.
No,
he got
it was
some
very
minutes.
disappointing. Yeah, there was one point that he got like 3 or 4 starts in a row, but that was because Ricci was injured. I was disappointed actually.
I think this guy has what it takes to be a defensive midfielder like Cassia or these people, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree. I think he just needs to work on his off the ball. Technically, the guy is very clean, very sound, but he's just a little bit like lethargic off the ball. Like he doesn't follow runners sometimes, and you can see he's got that. Not lazy, but he's not switched on.
Yeah. Sorry for the enthusiasm because it was a strange chance that it's 100% a goal. You know, like outside the 6, it's wide open, side foot, the angle is there, and he was too precise. You know, like he wanted to be too precise.
Yeah.
Put it top corner. Like I was like, just come on, just hit it to the goal, man.
Okay, last one. This is the last question, Mel, before we go. I'm still unconvinced about the Lautaro-Dzeko partnership after half a year. I thought there was going to be improvements in understanding and chemistry, but I just don't see it. They still are our 2 best forwards in my opinion, and it still looks like Inzaghi, when they are fit, he will start Lautaro and Dzeko if it's like a cup final tomorrow, he will start Lautaro and Dzeko. But I don't think the team plays the best football with these 2 are on, and I don't think that's the best partnership that we have at the moment.
I think the problem is Lautaro's way of playing is not. I don't know. I don't want to be that guy who attacks Lautaro a lot on every channel because is he our top scorer now? So I don't want to be that guy who's the stupid guy who just say. But to be honest with you, I was one of the people that said that Icardi is not good for Inter, even though he was our top scorer.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm always looking for the next level. And to be honest, Lautaro, if you win Scudetto last year and if you win it this year, you want to be better. You know what I mean? You want to be better. Like, it doesn't matter that we win the Scudetto. Lautaro, he misses a lot of chances and he sometimes is selfish. His decision-making is off. He loses the ball so much. There was one ball today where I don't want to pin it on Lautaro only because I think Dzeko is trying to do. This 36 years old versus at 25 years old. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
Dzeko is trying, as you said, he can put the weight on the pass and stuff like this. But I think when Alexis Sanchez comes in, it's shame that I see more mobility from our two forwards than when Lautaro and Zeko plays. It's shame. Alexis Sanchez should be coming to help. He should not be coming in and we look better straight away.
Yeah,
It shouldn't be like this.
even with Correa, bro, I think like the team in general plays better even when Correa's playing, even though Correa hasn't like fully gelled yet with the team. I feel like when Correa or Sanchez are playing, when they come and drop deep or drift to the left-hand side a little bit, combine, I think Hakan plays better then, and I think just the team in general plays better then. And I think we saw that again today. Like, it's just there's the link missing between the attack and the midfield when Lautaro and Dzeko play.
He loses the ball too often, Zio.
Yeah,
He loses
yeah.
the ball too often.
That's why I
It's
made
just
that
too much.
video. I'm a big fan of
Yeah.
Lautaro, but this season, as I see, the stats wise, he's actually looking really good. But when I watch him, I haven't seen the improvement from Lautaro this year yet.
But again, if he gives us 20 goals this season and we get 60, 70 million, just sell him. Just sell him by somebody else, to be honest.
Yeah, I think if we're gonna sacrifice a player, it probably is. I think it could be Lautaro. As we said in football, that striker position is probably one where you can find lots of potential, alternatives. Maybe not obviously the same or similar, but you can find different ways to tackle that. Whereas when you're looking for a Skriniar replacement, then it gets difficult. Bastoni replacement, it gets very, very difficult. Whereas the second striker position, you can find lots of potential alternatives, in my opinion.
One question before we go off. 35 million. It's an obligation to buy at the end of the season for Korea. We know that.
Yeah.
Is he gonna be a starter for Inter? Or
no?
Why? So why we pay 30? Why we're gonna pay 35 million?
Inzaghi wanted it, bro. We took everything from Inzaghi. You have to give him one player that he wants. He did it. You took Lukaku away from him. You took Hakimi away from him. Eriksen obviously wasn't his choice. There was one player that he wanted from his time at Lazio. I think he should. If he wants a player like Correa to be that game breaker from the bench or be that guy to come in, I think obviously it's too expensive for what he is. I said that from the beginning. I like Correa, but it's 31 million is too much for him. But it is what it is. If
you don't think
satisfy
he's a starter material at all, Zio? At all?
No.
No. Okay.
No. If we're like I don't think he. No, I think in this sense, I don't think he can start games. Like he can start some games, like against Udinese, like some. But I think if you tell me if you like in my ideal Inter. Like I think we can do better than Tuku, but I love Tuku. But I see him as like the first reserve. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
And he's always unfit, and he's always injured as well. Anyway,
people don't like that we're bashing Lautaro for some reason.
Where?
In the comments.
Yes. MB games. Yeah, I mean it's true.
Him.
He's right. He's right. The last season was like well, no, last season he was getting the stats. He was just Lukaku was getting all the goals. We were, we didn't expect Lautaro to get many more goals, but he was still missing chances last season. Everyone was saying that as well last season, but he's still one of the best in the business. Lautaro, there's no doubts about that. But we're saying that we haven't seen the improvement. We're seeing a lot of potential with Lautaro. That's the issue. But he's still 24, which is crazy. With the strikers, that they peak. 28, 29, even later, like, 30, 31, like with strikers, they peak later, but we're just having a conversation, bro. We're not, bashing Lautaro.
I would still start Lautaro over all of our strikers.
After saying all that.
There's nobody, but the problem is, I'm not saying that we have a better option. I'm saying that our best option is not good enough. That's... You see, that's my point. My point is not that Lautaro shit. My point is that I expect Inter to have a better option. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I think that's the thing. What we're trying to say, that we could probably do better, but at the same time, I don't know. When you actually think about it, who does better in this team?
There is nobody in that. There is two forwards that are better than Lautaro in the league. Vlahovic and Osimhen. That's it. There's nobody better than him.
That's what I mean. Then if you want to bring those in, you're spending the same amount as you're probably selling Lautaro for.
Maybe more, 80, 90, because Vlahovic now is a double digit.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
It's a double digit, is a million. Anyway, okay.
But yeah, thank you very much, bro. Yeah, I had
was-
technical difficulties at the beginning, but we made it work, and yeah, we went on for much longer than I expected, actually. But yeah, it was an enjoyable conversation as always, Mo. Anything
Thank
you
you
wanna
so
you wanna
much.
plug?
No, thank you so much, guys. If you are a Premier League fan, this has nothing to do with. If you're a Premier League fan, I do my own Premier League show on Football Worldwide. Go there, hit there, like, subscribe there, that channel. And we have a lot of other content that we do. Serie A roundtable there, a weekly catch up for Champions League and stuff. We do, apart from Inter Worldwide, who we always do stuff for Inter, for the whole league. We are on Football Worldwide. And if you're another league's fan, that channel is there for you. Football Worldwide. Look us up. Look us up. We are there for every football fan, to be honest, not only Inter fans.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it's true. Zapata was the first choice, but Atalanta wanted like 40 plus million for him, so it
Is
didn't happen.
Zapata better than Lautaro?
No, but he would have been the ideal Lukaku replacement, in my opinion. I think he could work with Lautaro better, but actually he probably is though. Like if you think about it, like this season though.
No, but Lautaro scored 10 goals. How much does Zapata score?
I'm not sure about the stats strictly, but whenever I watch Atalanta, like Zapata's work is really, really good as well. But no, I'll still keep Lautaro. But anyway, I guess sidetracked by all the comments. Thank you everyone that interacts. Always great comments. That's why we go on for so long, because the comments are always really good and they get us get the juices flowing. And yeah, guys, 6 wins in a row with a clean sheet. It's a new record apparently set by this Inter team. That no other Inter team set before. So shouts out to Inzaghi, shouts out to everyone. And yeah, everyone have good holidays. Happy Christmas, Happy New Year, everyone. And hopefully I'll see you before the new year. I'll try to make videos in the Christmas break. But yeah, just keep a lookout for my channel, of course, Inter Worldwide, Football Worldwide. Ciao ragazzi, and always Mo, Forza Inter.
Forza Inter, guys. Forza Inter.